Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this podcast, this episode. Um, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything and sometimes eat pasta, but not today. Um, I'm your host, Tom Cruise.
Oh my gosh, I was literally thinking I should put my name as Tom Cruise when I come in. I
You
want to
should have.
be I want to be Patrick Swayze because they did a movie together, so that works.
What movie?
The Outsiders.
Oh,
It was like
you're
Tom
right.
Cruise's first like big movie, and then he got his teeth fixed because he had some jacked up teeth.
He did, but
Right? This is not Tom. No, it is Tom Cruise slander. Never mind. I was like, it's not Tom Cruise slander. My bad.
today we are going to be talking about some conspiracy theories. Ooh.
Ooh.
We were sup- we were supposed to do this in I think like October,
Yeah.
but then it just kept getting shoved to the side because we had better ideas.
Yeah.
But first, the quiz. I'm
Which
in.
is it's like what is it? Something about revealing your inner animal.
Believe it or not, your coffee preferences say a lot about you. This quiz will reveal your inner animal. This coffee quiz, sorry. Ooh, how do you take your coffee? Bold and black, sweet and creamy, iced and strong, decaf or minimal caffeine? Okay, I feel like these are all names of men from like Thunder from Down
I
Under.
was gonna say this is also like how do you take your man? But
Hmm.
my man and my coffee order are not the same. Because I love a good bold and black coffee. And that is
Hmm.
not the guy I'm dating.
I love a sweet and creamy coffee.
That's you should put that on a dating app.
Oh my god, I should.
That's so funny. When do you usually drink your coffee? Mid morning as a cheerful break. Whenever I feel like it, I'm super laid back. In the afternoon when I need to recharge. First thing in the morning when I wake up.
Mm,
Hey, like I had coffee at 3:30 p.m. yesterday. So,
as you should. You're partying hard.
oh yeah, context. We're filming this after my graduation party.
Whoop whoop.
So your girl needed to pick me up because I worked a full shift and then went to my own party. So
Which that's insane.
I know, it's crazy.
I
Anyways,
I normally get coffee whenever someone at one of my jobs is like, "You want to go take a break and get coffee?" I will never say no. Um,
I feel like we always got coffee in the afternoon.
yeah, that's true. Or like early afternoon.
Yeah,
I'll say mid morning because to me mid morning is like 10 or 11. You know.
I'm gonna say in the afternoon because more often than not, that's when I get my coffee.
All right. Where do you prefer to enjoy your coffee? In nature or somewhere peaceful? On the go, I'm always busy. At a cute cafe where I can soak in the good vibes, and at home, snuggled on the couch. Hmm. It depends. I like all of these for like different circumstances.
Yeah, like is it a Monday, a Tuesday? Do I work? Like, I feel like it
Yeah.
all changes.
I'll say
Um,
at a cute cafe. That's my preferred place.
yeah, at home,
Mm.
snuggled on the couch, or in a Target, but that's not an option.
Ooh, Target, great place for a little coffee.
I know, and they always have Starbucks. Not promoting Starbucks, but they always have it in there, and I'm like, oh, well, now you're tempting me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
what type of mug do you usually drink out of? A classic mug, a funny mug, a trendy mug, a wide mug? That also could be descriptors of a man.
Of just like their face.
Yeah, like he's got a classic mug.
He's got a funny mug.
He's got a trendy mug.
um, I'm trying to think of all the mugs I have because I have way too many, and my roommates banned me from getting more mugs or cups because I have too many.
I just got a mug, and
Mm.
it, oh, I don't remember what it says, but it's something um like I missed the part where that's my problem or something, and I was like, that's so me and funny. Um,
I love that.
I'm gonna do
Um,
funny mug.
I'm gonna say a classic because I think most of mine are just like pretty.
I like it. I have a Shakespearean insult mug. I have a pivot
Ooh,
mug from Friends. I love mugs.
I think I have one that my sister gave me. I have one that's in the shape of a mushroom, and like the
Ooh,
cap to the mug is a little mushroom cap.
that's cute.
It's so cute. And then Oh, I have a mug that said it's not an issue, or it's not an ish me, it's an issue. And that's my new favorite phrase.
That's funny. That sounds exactly like something you would say.
I've probably said it before, and it's
Oh,
from that mug.
100%.
Lastly, what snack do you pair with your coffee? A pastry, fresh fruit, protein bar? I'll skip. Why isn't like breakfast one of these, or lunch, or staff meetings?
True. I'll skip because coffee is a meal.
I'm gonna say a pastry. I love a good little pastry and a coffee. Ooh. this. Okay, so we just got our animal results.
So,
Em, you want to read yours first?
it says you got lion. You're a leader with strong energy, just like your bold coffee order. You know what you want and aren't afraid to chase it. Would you, Sierra?
We couldn't be more polar opposites. I got a ladybug, but is that even an animal?
Yeah, it's an
Okay,
insect. Aren't insects animals?
I don't know. Are
I guess.
bugs animals?
I guess depending probably on who you ask, but I think they're animals.
Okay. Anyway, so Ladybug, you're cheerful, positive, and full of good vibes. Like a ladybug, you bring luck and joy wherever you go. Your coffee reflects your playful, lighthearted spirits. Do I bring luck and joy wherever I go? I don't know if that's accurate.
I think so. You bring joy. I'm always laughing when I'm with you.
That's valid, but I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of misfortune that happens when I'm around. I'm kind of like a black cat.
You're like a orange. No, not an orange cat. You're like a gray cat.
Real. Should we
Someone told.
create?
Huh? Go
I was
ahead.
like, we should create a BuzzFeed quiz where it's just like, what cat are you based on your coffee
Oh
order?
yeah.
But what were you saying?
I was just saying, someone told me that I was a black cat, and I got really offended because I'm like, no, I'm a gray cat. Chill.
Mm,
Because they were like, two black cat energies don't mix. And I was like, well, lucky for you, I'm a gray cat.
real. You're a gray cat. Hunter is like a border collie or something.
Oh, 100%. He tries to tell me he's a Doberman, and I'm like, uh-huh,
Uh-uh.
uh-huh, for sure, golden retriever. That's
On the outside, he looks like a Doberman, but once you know him, he's a like a border collie or golden retriever. Just so happy to be there and just
He tells
everyone's
me
friend.
I'm a pug because I got breathing issues.
Wow.
He tells me I'm a pug because I don't have asthma, but I got a little bit of the asthma, right? Sometimes
Mhm.
breathing is hard, and he's like, yeah, you sound like a pug sometimes. Also, if you
That's
hear a
hilarious.
dog barking, I have a very reactive puppy. So,
Mm. Yeah, it's not Sammy. Sammy is currently gnashing on his little pink spiky ball on my bed.
love that. No, that's Charlie. That's my dog. She's very reactive, and she's just turned a year old.
Ah.
She's reacting to the garage opening. So if you hear that, my bad, guys. Don't
Got you.
listen.
Anyways, let's jump right into conspiracy theories. Um, should I go first since I have six?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
What if we have the same ones? I'd
ooh,
cry.
if we have a same one, that would be so funny. We'll just see.
Okay.
Um, yeah, Emma and I did not prepare beforehand on whether or not we have the same ones.
We never prepare beforehand.
Hey, not all the time.
Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, the first one I believe in wholeheartedly. And it started when I was younger, okay? And it's that Bigfoot is real.
Oh my gosh.
Because there used to be this show. I don't think it was on National Geographic. I think it was on like Discover or something. But it was called Finding Bigfoot. And every episode, this like gaggle of gang, they would get so close to finding Bigfoot and they would go to different areas, talk to locals, go to museums. And I don't think they ever did. I think one time they got really, really close. They also went to like Malaysia to find a Yeti instead of just like good old Sasquatch. But I love the story of Bigfoot. Um, it's just like, for those who don't know, I don't know how you don't know Bigfoot, but it's a large ape kind of creature that roams the forest all over America and the world. There's different names like Sasquatch, Yeti. Um, I'm forgetting the other ones for like Spanish speaking countries. Um, but most of
My
the
brain said
sightings are like in the.
chupacabra.
I know. I was
That's
thinking
a
chupacabra too, and I was like, that ain't right.
that's a no. That's a dog that eats goats.
Yes, that's not
Bad.
Bigfoot.
My bad.
You're good. But mainly in the PNWs, Pacific Northwest. And literally, used to live in the Bay, like Bay Area. And Santa Cruz is a big Bigfoot spotting town. Like there's a whole museum and everything. It's crazy. And so there's that. And also, here's why I believe it's real. It's because people have seen like big feet, big footprints in the woods, in the muds, that are way bigger than a human, like bigger than Shaquille O'Neal. um, and also, they've taken tons of photographs, tons of videos, and it's not just a man in a ghillie suit. Therefore, I think Bigfoot is real. Sorry, I just talked in circles for a bit, but Emma, do you believe in Bigfoot?
No, not at all. I think that's stupid.
Aw, man, my. It's so funny is my dad knows I'm obsessed with Bigfoot. Not as much as I was when I was younger, but he got me a shirt that said "Believe in yourself" and Bigfoot.
That's very fitting for you.
It's my favorite pajama shirt. But anyways, that's my conspiracy theory on Bigfoot. Also, I don't know if you did it this way, Em, but I just researched conspiracy theories. Some I believe in, some I don't. Uh, Bigfoot
Yeah.
is one that I believe in.
I believe in most of mine. I'm a big
Okay.
conspiracy theorist in general.
Hell yeah.
So I believe in a lot of them, but also I didn't really research them, so if I get facts wrong, my bad. I just went off of my memory.
You're so good, dude. You want to read one of yours?
Yeah, my first one I fully wholeheartedly believe in, and it's lizard people.
Oh my god, we've talked about this!
I think one of our first ever conversation was about the lizard people because I mentioned it to someone and you looked at me and went, "What's a lizard person?" And I went, "I'm so glad you asked." Because I could talk for hours about the lizard people, and I realize now telling you that Bigfoot's stupid is really funny when my first one is I wholeheartedly believe in lizard people.
I
Um,
mean, it's funny. I think lizard people could exist. I don't know if they do currently, but
I think they did at a point, and I think they've gone into hiding. Because if you can look up videos, so for those who don't know, lizard people are basically giant lizards that are in human suits. If you've ever seen Doctor Who, there's a Doctor Who episode where these big alien creatures, I don't even remember what they're called, but they unzip people's foreheads and use their skins as suits. And that's what
uh,
basically lizard people are, where they use skins as suits and they can transform themselves to look like humans. And there are videos. I have seen video proof because the biggest way you know it's a lizard person, God, I sound crazy. The biggest way you know it's a lizard person is because the eyes, for those who don't know, lizards don't just blink up and down. They also blink side to side.
mhm.
And there are videos. I think it was the Mexican president before it was a woman, the man before. I think there's a video and you can literally see something glaze over his eye
Oh
side to side and then he blinks. And that's how
my
lizards
god.
blink.
I've seen people try and convince me that like Mark Zuckerberg is a lizard
Oh,
people.
I fully believe he's a lizard person. I think he was a lizard person who's on the run because that man doesn't know how to integrate with society. Um,
True. Except he got hot now.
is he hot now?
Yeah, look at his Instagram.
Okay.
Someone done did him right and got
Hold
him
on.
all hot.
Active look on. I think I might have him blocked. Hold on.
Real. I just blocked him. Hi
I'll
dog.
block him after this. Oh no, I have him blocked.
Go on
Anyway,
to the Penne Instagram. I don't think he's blocked there.
I don't have that one.
Oh, bummer. Okay, I'll send you
Anyway,
a
it's
picture.
fine. Yeah, send me some hot Zuckerberg pics. Um, I'm so glad there was crinkling over that because I'm
Sorry.
embarrassed. No, I'm embarrassed. I just said send me some hot Zuckerberg pics.
I'm
Anyway,
trying to put KT tape on because I have to go to work right after we're done with this episode.
you're good. I get to go see my mom right after this episode.
Whoop
So,
whoop.
Anyways, yeah, lizard people. They're taking over our government, and I don't think they fully know that they're integrated in society. And you might be asking, where do they come from? They live in the core of our Earth.
Oh,
Yeah, lizard people. I'm a firm lizard people believer. I have been since I was like 12.
I I think it's likely, but I don't think living in the core of the earth.
Well, because people, everything has to have like, where did it come from? And people don't know how to explain them, so it turned into they live in the core of the earth. I don't necessarily believe that. I think they just crash landed here one time, and that's what's hiding out in Area 51. But,
Oh,
but I like to tell people that they live in the core of the earth, because lizards have to be where it's hot, and the core of the earth is hot. It makes sense. You think about it that way.
yeah, I guess so.
And that the reason we think aliens are little green creatures is actually because the lizard people, and because when they first crash landed here, they were babies, and so that's how everyone saw them, and they were like, "Oh, little green aliens," when actually they were just lizards. Anyways,
That's hmm. I mean, I guess that's real. That's like how seeing mermaids were actually just like manatees
yeah.
and pirates were crazy.
Mhm.
Okay, I just sent you the picture. Also,
Okay.
his Instagram is just Zuck.
Ew. I
That
don't
makes
like.
me so uncomfortable.
Oh,
Right?
I wouldn't say he's hot,
There's
but I can
better
see it.
there's better pictures of him on his Instagram. I just was like, that's the first one
No,
I
I
found.
I can see it.
Right?
I
Not
don't think he's hot, but it's okay. I just went and unblocked him so I can. Ew! Sorry, I saw a picture. Never mind.
you're
Anyways,
good.
I unblocked him so I can look at this. Like, he kind of looks like a middle school boy who's just like like a freshman boy. You know,
Mhm.
he just started figuring out how to dress himself.
Yeah. Yeah. But
So yeah.
I'm kind of digging it.
Anyways, I'm not because I don't like him. But
That's
live
fair.
Zuckerberg reaction, he's okay. Anyways, what's your next conspiracy theory?
My next
Zuckerberg's
one,
hot. That's your next one.
thinking, I guess I'll go on the realm of aliens since we're talking about that. But the Vatican in Italy being Area 51. Like, I know Area 51 is in Vegas, or like, not Vegas, Nevada. But have you ever heard that, like, the Vatican is hiding aliens?
Um, as a Catholic, no.
What? Oh, I mean, yeah, that's valid.
I have never heard of the Vatican hiding aliens as someone who grew up Catholic.
Mm hmm.
So,
Okay. So, I'm gonna. I'm not Catholic, so that's why I was reading into this. But
no, go for it. I'd love to hear it. I just like that you were like, have you heard this? No. No.
it's okay. Um, so, the Vatican holds a lot of power and knowledge, important people, important documents to the Vatican City, like the country within itself.
Hmm.
And don't you think it's kind of odd how the Vatican has its own country?
No.
Oh, I.
Sorry, I'm probably the worst person. For the sake of this, yeah, I think that's so weird. Explain more.
Damn, maybe I'll just move to a different
No, no,
one.
no. I want to hear it. I'm sorry. It's just like, when you grow up not thinking, oh, how do I say it? You grow up like learning a lot about something and then you hear people talk about it and you're like, how do I explain this to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like growing up, I literally had to do research at youth group on like why it's like that. So it's like, for me, no, I don't think it's weird, but for the purpose of
Mm.
this, yeah, it's really weird. Continue. I want to hear more.
Okay. I get where you're coming from. Um, so, the Vatican and involvement of like Catholic scientists and astronomy have sparked this like not quest, this questioning that the church knows about alien civilization and they've known for centuries just because of how much like astronomical knowledge they have. And one theory I read it was that the church has been able to contact aliens, and certain documents that are in the Vatican are being like hidden, and only like a few people have access to them because those documents know how to get to the aliens, or the aliens are, and how to like avoid global crises, or like,
Hmm.
yeah. I don't know how to explain it. It's just very odd. I'm also reading like chicken scratch bullet points of this from when I did do vague research. Um, and they also, the Vatican made a statement, not, well, I guess like several years ago, they made a statement that said, um, the belief of extraterrestrial life does not conflict with Christian teachings, but the theory that the Vatican and aliens are somehow communicating is like somehow a part of the Christian faith, which I think is berserk. Okay, that little part that like speaking to aliens is religion. Mm-mm. Talking to aliens is talking to aliens. That's it. But I don't know. There's that. So I just think they're hiding a bunch of stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
next one.
I just got curious because I was looking up and I was like, I'm curious like what the statement was or when they said it and stuff. And I just got so many mixed results on it, and I
Oh.
thought it was funny because one of the things that popped up literally was like a fan. It looked like a fan website that was like, "Yo," it literally the description said, "Yo, does the church believe in aliens?" with three question marks, and I thought that was hilarious.
Ah, yes, Chadwick doing his research paper.
I just was like, because I was just curious. I was like, I'm wondering, like,
Yeah.
what, like, because I definitely heard that, but I was like, I want to know. Like, I don't remember when I heard it or what. So I was like, let me look it up real quick. I didn't get any of the answers I wanted. Okay, my next one is birds aren't real.
Oh my
And I
god,
said,
this is
what?
stupid.
No, no, it's true. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon? No,
Yes.
I've never seen one. So basically, all of the birds died in 1986 due to Reagan killing them and replacing them with spies that are now watching us. And the birds work for the bourgeoisie. Birds aren't real.
Dog. There's literally a club on campus devoted to
Yeah, I
it.
was a part of it.
You were?
Yeah, my
That's.
freshman year.
Oh, okay, got you.
Not when I made. I had to quit after I got a job, but yeah.
Real. But I'm like, this doesn't. Ugh, I don't even know how to contribute to this conversation. What are they being used for if they're not real? Why are they here?
I just told you they're watching us. They're spy cameras,
But
so that they can
why?
keep tabs. So they can keep tabs on us. So they
But
can watch.
why?
Because with the way the world is going, revolutions. They need to know what's happening
Hmm.
before it happens. Why do you think at all these little protests there's immediately police? Cause the birds. It's just I'm like going hard on this. I'm like, this is why.
I. Yeah, sure. It's just. Okay.
Just preaching what I was taught in the club.
That's okay. I wonder, do you know how this started? Like how this
It was a
move.
song. I don't remember by who, but someone like there's a song where someone put this in the beginning or something, and that's where people were like, "Yeah, I believe it too."
Was it like released in the 21st century?
I don't know. Yeah, I think
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'll look
it
into
was like a rap. It was a rap song or something. It was something. I all I know is that I think it's funny to believe it, so I believe it.
it. It is silly. Sorry, don't mind me gulping. Um, it is a little silly and goofy. We'll talk about one that I find so stupid, and it's flat Earth. Do you believe in flat Earth?
No.
Okay, so flat Earth is where people believe the Earth is flat because there's like horizon. I know, go figure. Um, because there's like horizons and you can't see past the horizon, and there's just. Let me find my bullet points. Sorry, I'm kind of talking out of my ass right now. But people just think the Earth is flat. Like they don't think it's round, like how we're depicting, and it's apparently like NASA propaganda that the Earth is round. But
You know where it comes from? when you look at a map, it's flat and everything pieces together. So people are like, or pirates used to think like, and like early explorers used to think like, oh, if you go to the edge of the map, you're gonna fall off the edge.
Yes, I did
So
know this.
that's why people now are like, well, yeah, like, how do we don't have proof that the Earth is round, and everything released that's proof is from NASA, so obviously they're lying to us. Because on every map, it's flat, even though we have
Mm-hmm.
globes. But globes aren't maps, I guess.
Yeah, different entity, but I did know that. I just forgot. Um, there's a whole documentary on it too. I watched it with my roommate my freshman year of college, and it was so bizarre. And the people in the documentary literally proved themselves wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had, I forget what it's called. I think it's just called Flat Earth or something like that. So go watch it if you haven't. But these people literally place cameras, or they place a light at the end of a trail, miles and miles away, super big, strong light. And then they have all these little frames that have hole, like a big hole cut out in them. So hypothetically, if the world was really flat, you'd be able to see the light directly through all of these frames.
Mm-hmm.
Um, However, they could not. And so I don't know if the terrain was weird, because I don't think like you would be able to see the world's curve from only like a 10-mile spectrum, but they kind of proved themselves wrong as well repeatedly and kept trying to dig themselves out of the hole. I thought it was really funny. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I remember seeing. I don't remember if it was that or they in that or if they did like someone else I saw did an experiment, but they were just trying to show like a test control of like that happening where they put like a light. Because you know how like in those shows or movies or whatever, they'll show you like what it's supposed to look like in a controlled test. And
Yes.
they were trying to do that in the or in the part of the land they were on. Was it flat that they were
Mm-hmm.
on? It was like raised or something. So it wasn't even their control wasn't even working.
That's what it was. Yes, that was a part of the
Okay, I didn't know if
documentary.
it was that or if it was something else, but it was so funny to watch them be like try to explain why it's not working.
Oh man, some people. I had a mentee one time believe um, that the Earth was flat, and he also didn't believe in evolution either. It was a very interesting meeting that we had, and I just had to like yes and him because I couldn't speak my
Yeah.
feelings. But yeah, anyways, the
There's
Earth is not flat.
there's a there's a clip on TikTok. There's a podcast. I don't know if you've seen Teachers Off Duty. They're just
Oh
teachers.
yes.
There is a clip from that I saw on TikTok that they were like, someone on there was like, yeah, I had a student come in and tell someone like he can't be friends with someone else anymore because that kid believed the earth was flat. And I guess the other kid came in and was like, my mama said, wait, I can't be friends with you anymore.
That's
It was
so
so
funny.
funny.
Bro,
Uh,
kids are crazy.
so funny. My next one, I have no explanation for, and I don't really know much about it, but my boyfriend said it one time, and I was like, yeah, I believe that. Amelia Earhart was eaten by crabs.
Yes. Okay, I have this one.
Oh!
So I did a little research, and it was like Amelia Earhart got eaten by coconut crabs,
Yeah.
which are these massive, huge crabs, like the size of coconuts, if you will.
The crab from Moana, that's what he's based off of, I learned.
The shiny one?
Yeah, he's based off of a coconut crab.
Oh.
Because coconut crabs have one big claw and then one little one, and
Hmm.
that's what he had, and then it's like the shell too. I did some research. That's what I did research on coconut crabs.
Now I'm just gonna picture Tamatoa eating Amelia Earhart
Well,
now.
he does say I ate my grandma, so just
Oh my
saying.
god, we create a new conspiracy theory. Tamato's grandma is Amelia Earhart.
Oh yeah, some interspecies working. Amelia Earhart was really just a bunch of coconut crabs in a trench coat.
Yeah. That's so just so stupid. But so funny. But yeah. I it's honestly likely that she did. I
Yeah.
don't think that's how she died per se, but it's not unlikely that she didn't. because she crashed into the sea, and I forget which one, but they were
One of them.
one of them. But there are coconut crabs, and maybe she just got like munched on by little Krabby McGee. I also have, where did it go? Hold on. I had one about Amelia Earhart too. Oh, that she didn't die, and that she is, or she just died a few years ago because she would have been like 90 something. Or no, she would have been 100 and something this year.
Yeah.
So she would have died in like 2016, but she was alive. Also, I didn't know she had a navigator while researching this.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Noonan is his name. Justice for Fred, because I don't feel like we talk about him enough.
It's because he's a man.
Valid. Okay, that's all I have on Amelia Earhart. Anyway, sharp left. I think the moon landing was fake. I don't think, excuse me, I don't personally think it was faked, but there are videos that suggest it was fake. How else was I supposed to transition?
You could have been like, much like those guys have or think that, people's feelings are fake. I think the moon landing was fake.
Ooh, okay, hold on, I'm gonna cut all that out.
No, I think you should keep all that.
I was gonna do another another take.
I think you should keep that because that was great.
Okay.
It was such a clippable moment. If we had video, that would have been where the clips end. Is you just going, well, sharp left, I think the moon landing was fake. Cut. Right there.
You know the little reels that are like, something happens and then it's like shot on an iPhone.
Yeah.
It could just be like, I think the moon landing was fake. Directed by.
Yeah.
Just cut.
Like in the Michael Bay thing that people did.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of too. Anyways, I don't personally think the moon landing was fake. However, I kind of do. I don't know how to feel about this one because the moon landing was what, 1960s, 1970s? When was
The 60s, yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
I think it was. Oh, I want to take a guess. I think it was 1962.
1969. Okay, that's what I thought.
Never mind. I was so off.
I remembered it was something to do with my mom because she was born in 1969, literally a month after they went on the moon in August. So 1969, we go to the moon, apparently, okay? And there's like footage of bubbles coming out of the astronaut suits. And it's like, in space, there wouldn't be bubbles. There would only be bubbles if it was like shot underwater. And that's how they got all the zero gravity scenes and stuff. And there's just so many explanations. Like the clip of them bouncing around near the American flag.
You said there's
Let me see if
bubbles?
I
I
can-
have the
Yes,
footage pulled
they're
up.
very-
I was like, I've never heard of that.
Yes, I'll send you the video I watched. But you can kind of see bubbles coming up from the helmet. And then also, there's no stars in the background of the, not film, but of the shot of them in space bouncing around on the moon. And you would see stars. Like, granted, stars are millions and millions and billions of light years away, but we can see them on Earth. Therefore, why can't we see them when we're in space? You know? And also, that was 1969. That was 50-something odd years ago. Why haven't we gone back? Like, technology has advanced. And yes, we've flown stuff into space. But how come humans have never gone back to the moon? How come we've never gone back out into outer space? Except for just like to the space station and stuff.
I'm so happy you brought this up because you're talking to a kid who used to watch, the show Cosmo? Or Cosmos?
Yeah.
That's what I watched so much growing up. Neil deGrasse Tyson, when I was a kid, my one dream in life was to meet him. There was a planet that was founded. I did so much research. It was like J8313 is what we called it. And it was basically like Earth. Ooh, I got answers for everything. Sorry.
Answers for my conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
Or the rebuttal? Ooh, okay, I'm ready for this.
Okay, the stars thing, because I used to think that too, where I was like, why are there no stars? Why is
Yeah.
there, why don't we see them? Until I started working with cameras. There's
Mm.
not really any light on the moon, right? We can agree on that.
Yeah.
Except for the light that they brought with them on the little shuttle, which it was not very big. It was a very small little shuttle. And if they're using this camera, because they brought a camera to the moon, right? That's how they took
Yeah.
the pictures and took the videos. You have to adjust your ISO to see. So if they're adjusting for the light that is there, the lights in the background are going to fade out completely. So that's why there's no stars in the sky. There are stars, but we had to, if you want to see the people who are, because they're so bright, if you want to see the people who are right in front of you, my brain is like those guys, the astronauts. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't think of that word. The astronauts in front of you, especially because they're wearing white, you have to like
Mm.
adjust your, you have to adjust your white balance and how much light you're letting in order to see them and not be blurred out by the stars in the background. So that's my
Mm.
justification for why there's no stars. As for the bubbles, it's old footage, so it's gonna be very grainy because I just found I think my what like you might have been talking about, and I don't think they're necessarily bubbles, whereas it's more of like grain in the camera because it's very grainy and since there's a lot of pressure on the moon, the camera's working under a lot of pressure. And then, as for going why we haven't gone back, that I learned from our good friend Link, because I asked them, because they are. I always told them they were in a space major. I don't know what they actually are in, but the space major. I asked them. I was like, "Hey, why haven't we gone back?" You would think that NASA, because it's a government entity, would have so much funding. Apparently, they don't have a lot, and they don't have enough to send someone to space. Like, the reason we were able to go to space in the 60s was because of the space race. And so the government was putting almost all of their funding into that, which is why we were able to get there. Whereas it is insanely expensive to go to space. So those are my little things.
Anyways, so advice for this week.
Hello, everybody. Editing Sierra here. I just wanted to hop on and say that this episode is going to be a little shorter than usual. Our entire advice section, as well as some of Emma's conspiracy theories, had to get cut because, for whatever reason, her audio sounded like TV static. I have headphones on when we record to monitor audio, and it sounded fine when we were recording. Like I could hear some background noise, but that's not unusual with her. However, this time around, when I was going back to edit, we recorded this in the beginning of February, and I spent like about 2.5, 3 weeks trying to figure out what is going on. I just can't, so I had to cut everything. And it's weird that it happens during the conspiracy theories episode. So weird. But so this episode will be shorter than all the other episodes, but I didn't want to scrap it completely because it honestly was such a fun episode to record. And listening back, I still giggle at some things that Emma says, like when she totally proved me wrong on the moon landing was fake conspiracy theory. She got me there. That was pretty funny. So I had a good laugh with that, and I hope you did too. This episode will be a little shorter than all of our other episodes, just because of like the audio issues. Hopefully, in future weeks, I know Emma was looking into getting some better audio equipment. Hopefully, that gets in place sooner or later. Speaking of, I don't know if you guys can hear, but I do sound different, and that is because I have a microphone. And I'm so freaking excited because MacBooks, they're okay for audio, but I wanted something. I really wanted to invest in this podcast because I truly enjoy recording it. I enjoy the creation of it. I enjoy the planning, the editing, everything to do with it. I truly, truly enjoy. It is my little passion away from school. With that being said, Emma and I are both very, very busy bees. Emma with her adult job and me in my last semester of undergrad. So that's why the podcasts have been coming out in an odd schedule. Hopefully, though, I think we're going to be recording 2 episodes sooner than later. And then we will be back ahead of the game and have some episodes to bank. So hopefully, we will get in the groove of like a decent uploading schedule. So that's a little behind the scenes, which is not a conspiracy theory. And now I'm just ranting. But if you guys wanted to know, and I will get to advice. I don't mean to cut it short. I will get to advice. Don't you worry. And what that dog do. Even though it's my least favorite segment, I will do it in honor of Emma, even though she's not here. But how we do the podcast or how we did the podcast was we would edit or we would shoot about 2 episodes every week or so. So that way we would have like A through D episodes recorded. And then on week 1, we would upload episode A. Week 2, we wouldn't be recording, but we'd upload episode B. Catch my drift? So we'd always have at least 1 or 2 episodes in the bank to be uploaded, so we were a little ahead of schedule. Now, in the end of January, once I got back in school and Emma really started working, that schedule started to fall apart because we were so busy and we thought we had more episodes banked than we actually did. So that's why we were falling behind. And I think we've missed 1 week. I don't plan on missing any other weeks. Hopefully, we will get back on track. Even if that includes Emma and I doing separate solo episodes, or like I plan on having some friends on here shortly. So, pretty exciting stuff here in the Penne Studios. Now, as for advice, if you will, I don't remember the actual advice that we were talking about in the episode because I did have to cut it. Because I don't think you guys wanted to hear TV static while listening to advice. But one thing, I'm trying to think. Advice for making sure information's factual. One, checking sources. Like, is this the first time you're hearing information from this People magazine source? Or have you heard this information before and now People magazine is just making a headline? Not saying People magazine is always false. They're not. But they are a big magazine that tends to exaggerate headlines. And that was the first one I could think of. Mainly because my mom used to read a lot of People magazine. But anyways, I digress. Getting off topic here. Definitely checking your sources, looking at many different sources. So maybe like 5 is what I normally do. In research, I am in a STEM field, being a sportsman major. I have to do a lot of research and a lot of looking at journals, articles, headlines in regards to sports, news, medicine, modern medicine, what's real, what's not, what's fake. And I always recommend doing it, like looking at least 5 different articles or at least 5 different abstracts, just to make sure you got your bases covered and you're really researching what you think is real and what you think is not. And also, it's okay to be wrong. If you are so passionate and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally thought the moon landing was faked, and then someone proves you wrong, that's okay. That means they're just that a little more educated than you in that field. Doesn't mean you're dumb, doesn't mean you're stupid. It's just in that field. They were a little more educated than you, which is totally fine because we all experience different things and we all consume different sources of media. So our experiences and our knowledge vary person to person. Even like identical twins who are in the exact same program, have very similar jobs. They're not going to have the exact same knowledge, So never doubt yourself. But always check your sources. Another thing, you can check to see if it's reliable by going to like .gov. That's a big one. .org. I know in like middle school when I was first learning how to do like research articles or read research articles, they were like, never use .com. .com should be banned in all schools. That was a little dramatic, but that was my schools being like, hey, like don't use .coms. Google Scholar is another thing too. You can research it through that. And that's my advice for how to tell if something's real or something's fake. Also, trust your gut. If something seems like so freaking outlandish, it's probably fake. Like, oh my God, what's his name? Timothy. I keep thinking of Kylie, which is Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet's ship name, and that's what I keep wanting to say. But I know I was going to use the example of Timothy Chalamet figuring out he can breathe underwater. Obviously, he can't. Humans cannot without a scuba tank. So, that headline, for example, that was a very poor example, but you catch my drift. And then for what that dog do, Sammy has been so freaking cute lately. It's been 60 degrees and very sunny here where I'm from. And he has just been finding a little spot by the window and will lounge there all day, just basking in the sun. And it's so cute. Then I'll like get on the floor and cuddle with him, and he's all warm and snuggly from being in the sun. It's really sweet. But with that being said, I think that's all I have for this episode. It will be a little shorter than all the other ones, aiming for about 40 minutes. We'll see. I'm still not done editing it yet, 3 weeks later. Hopefully, it will be out soon. Then Emma and I will be recording a few more podcasts to hopefully get back in that weekly rhythm again. And hopefully, her audio won't be TV static because that really sucked. But it was really weird that it was the Conspiracy Theories podcast out of all the podcasts we've recorded. Anyways, big thank you to everyone for supporting and listening as per usual. Make sure to give us a follow on Spotify. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which Emma should be updating. I have not kept tabs on that. I've been so busy. But go subscribe. It's Penne for Your Thoughts on YouTube, or my favorite is Instagram. You can catch us doing some polls, asking for audience interactions. And if you just want to be a part of the podcast planning more, Instagram is the best place to do it. I'm actually going to give you the official name of our Instagram because I don't even know what it is. I think it's okay. So it's penne_pod_official. It's a long name, but oh well. We post episode updates, questions, polls, bunch of other things on there. So if you want to really interact with us, that is the place to do it. Please and thank you. Anyways, hopefully next time we will be back to regularly scheduled programming. Fingers crossed. But again, thank you also so much from the bottom of my heart for listening to this episode. We truly appreciate it, and we hope you like it as much as we did. Anyways, pasta la vista, baby.